All right, Shalom, your brother Shamar for the Phoenix camp. And that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers doing this work in true sincerity. We're going to jump right into the scripture. This is map John 20 and 21. Then said Yahushai to them again. It says, "Peace be unto you." Let's get the word peace. A state of tranquility, exemption from the rage and havoc of war. Be between individuals, harmony, concord, security, safety, prosperity, felicity, because peace, harmony, make keeping safe and prosperous. Besides peace, a way that leads to peace, salvation. A tranquil state of a soul assured of in salvation through Christ, and so fearing nothing from Yahweh and content with the earthly lot, or the sort that is. A blessed state of devout and upright men after death. So it says one of the definitions is exemption from the rage and havoc of war, man. So when you say shalom to somebody, when you put peace to somebody, because what the word shalom means, basically means peace unto you. Basically, you're giving that man a blessing to be safe from the wrath of the Most High. You know, Most High willing. You know, you're putting us a safety upon him, man, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Can when we say when we say the greeting, the blessing, Yahbashim Shai Brakta, you know, Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, in the name of Yahweh Shai, the Son, Barakatah, bless you. So that's a blessing of peace, of safety and security that we give unto the brotherhood, man. But it says, peace be unto you. So this all started with Yahweh Shai. He blessed us and we blessed each other. As my Father has sent me, even so I send you. So that's the key right there. It says, as my Father has sent me. And Yahweh Shai's Father was sent Yahweh Shai to do what, man? To do the work, to do the business, to preach the gospel, to gather in the elect, and ultimately be persecuted and hated by the world. So he sent us to do the same thing. It says, so as my Father has sent me, even so I send you. So we are in the same lot as Yahweh Shai. We're going to be under the same persecution. We're going to be doing the same work. We're going to be hated by this, by the same accord. The servant not greater than the master. They hated me, they shall hate you, roughly paraphrasing. And that's something that you have to consider, when you walk in this truth. That's part of kind of the cost. The knowing the fact that you will be ostracized, you will be hated, you will be lied about, you will be accused falsely of things. You're gonna be looked at as a criminal through propaganda, as a terrorist through propaganda. There's gonna be persecution. There's gonna be hatred. There's gonna be an unpleasant road, so to speak, going back to the straight gate, which is the path of difficulty. So this is like we always say, man. This truth is only for the soldiers, and a soldier is the one that endures all things for the mission's sake. So this is only for those men that are built for that through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. If you can't give yourself to that lifestyle, then you're not counting the cost correctly. Before you go to war, you got to take counsel. You'll take counsel with yourself. We're at war, man, 24/7. So Yahweh Shai sent his son, Slakia. Yahweh sent his son, Yahweh Shai. As he sent Yahweh Shai, he sends us. We're here to do a mission. We're here to fulfill a purpose. We're here to fulfill prophecy, just like Yahweh Shai did. And the prophecy that we are fulfilling is a preaching of this word to the earth, and to seal the leg so the end can come. The gathering of the tabernacle of David, the combining of the two sticks, the highways and hedges. The all these are prophecies, man. What you see on the highways and hedges, what you see of the men of Great Millstone, those that teach the same doctrine, out there speaking and teaching throughout all the earth. There's camps in every major city in America. There's camps everywhere, man. There's a lot of men waking up to this truth, whether they be in GMS or not, man. They learn from GMS, and they hold the same doctrine as GMS, because GMS has the 100% truth, man. This is this is what it is. This is prophecy being fulfilled. But was that being sent out to do this work, there's gonna come a persecution. There's gonna come a railing against. There's gonna come a hatred against the men of the Lord. And the scriptures speak specifically about this and give examples about this when you go into them. But that I'm gonna get Matthew 23 and 34. Salah. This is Matthew 23 and 34. And it says, wherefore, behold, I sent unto you prophets. Now, what do we just read in John 20, 21? It says, my Father has sent me, so I send you. So Yahweh Shai has sent the prophets, the men of the Lord that you see out there in the highways and hedges. Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes. Let's break down these three words right here, prophets. Start with that one. It says the Greek writing interpretive oracles of other hidden things. Yeah, because we prophesy, we break down the scriptures correctly through the Spirit. One who moved by the Spirit of Yahweh and hence his organ or spokesman solemnly declares to man what he has received by inspiration, especially concerning future events, in particular such as relate to the cause and kingdom of Yahweh to human salvation. In the Old Testament, the prophets having foretold the kingdom of the death of Mashiach Yahushai, John the Baptist of the herald of Mashiach Yahushai, the Messiah, and so on and so forth. Definition E. A man filled with the Spirit of Yahweh, who by Yahweh's authority and command in words of weight please the cause of Yahweh and urges salvation of men. So it goes deep into it, man. It goes deep into what a prophet actually is. And a prophet is a man that breaks down the scriptures, correctly, that prophesies judgment, that gives warning, that's pretty much as a mouthpiece, an extension of Yahweh Shai. So let's get this word wise man. Almost that's going to give me a real good definition. So wise, skilled, expert of artificers, wise, skilled in letters, cultivated, learned of Greek philosophers and orders, Jewish theologians, Christian teachers, forming the best plans, using the best means for their execution. Wise men that could be, those in leadership positions, that make guide the brothers, guide the flock, guide men in the administrating of this ministry, of this work, and scribes. Get the word scribes. It says the clerk, especially public servant, secretary, quarters, office, influence different states. In the Bible, man learned the Mosaic law and the sacred rhymes, interpreter, teacher. Scribes examined the more difficult to acquire the law. Decisions of various added to the Mosaic law, decisions of various kinds, taught to elucidate the meaning and scope, and did it to the detriment of religion. Let's go with this right here. A religious teacher so instructed that from his learning and ability to teach, advantage may be bound to the kingdom of heaven. So it comes down to teaching, man. It comes down to watching over. It comes down to being part of this truth. Shalak. It says, I'm on the back again. It says, wherefore behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify. Let's get that word crucify. It says, to stake, drave down, to fortify, driven, to crucify the flesh, destroy its power, the nature of figure, plan, destruction, attended with intense pain. So it's torture, pretty much. And some you shall kill. We know what that kill means. Some of them you shall scourge in your synagogues. Let's get the word scourge. It says, scourge, literally figurative, to flog and persecute them from city to city, that upon them may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth. For the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom he slew between the temple and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. Then, like we always say, man, this scripture is for the last days. This book is for the last days. So this is the generation that we're talking about, man. And right now, those that kill the prophets and persecute the prophets is Babylon America, and they're gonna pay for the blood of the prophets that they shed. You can read about that in the book of Revelation. But the point of it is this, man. Yahweh Shai sent us to be scourged. He sent us to be killed. He sent us to be persecuted from city to city. He sent us as he was sent. He sent us as he was sent. So we're gonna be in that same lot. Not everybody, but for some brothers, that's gonna be their lot. So you gotta meditate upon these things, and live them in your life, man. You gotta understand what this truth is really about. It's not about a group together, a hangout, a club, or any of that sort, a men's club, a boys club, whatever you want to call it. It's not about that, man. It's a very serious business and requires a very serious sacrifice, man. With that, I'm gonna get a few more scriptures. Uh, this is Acts 5:4. Let's give you examples of the persecution that was brought onto the prophets. We're no different from them because we are those men coming back, most high willing. So these examples were given to us to meditate upon and prepare ourselves. It says, is that it? It says that now I say unto you, refrain from these men, let them alone, for their counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of Yahweh, you cannot overthrow it, lest happily be found even to fight against the Most High. And to him they agreed, and when they called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded they should not speak in the name of Yahweh Shai, and let them go. They departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. So to be persecuted, to be hated, is a blessing. In the world's twisted point of view, it's a blessing. It's a twisted point of view to them, but to us, it's going to be a rejoicing, because they said they're rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. So that's going to be one of the things that happens, man. Apostle notice they speak about the time of 9/11, where they were gathered up and they were put into prison. They were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. That proves right there that the Lord is dealing with them, man. That proves right there that they are the men that the Most High chose to instruct Israel and to give true understanding to. And we don't say this as men worship. We say that that's what the fact is. The Most High is dealing with these men, plain and simple. The Most High got to deal with somebody, and these are these somebodies, man, whether you want to receive it or not. But I'm gonna keep on continuing. This is 1 Thessalonians 2:16. This is 1 Thessalonians 2:16. It says, forbidding us. It says, I'll start at verse. I'll start at verse 13. It says, 1 Thessalonians 2:13. For this cause also thank we Yahweh, because without ceasing, when you received the word of Yahweh, which ye heard of us, ye received it not as the word of man, but as in truth the word of the Most High, which effectually worketh also in that you that believe. For ye, brethren, became followers of the churches of Yahweh, which in Judea and in Christ Mashiach Yahushai. For ye also have suffered like things of your own countrymen, even they of the Jews. So they have suffered because they believed in this truth, who both killed the Lord and both killed the Lord Yahushai and their own prophets that persecuted us and pleased not God and are contrary to all men. So it gives you an example that they were sent to be persecuted, they were sent to be scourged, afflicted. That's part of the walk. That's part of the deal when it comes to speaking the 100% truth on the highways and hedges. We get labeled as all things under the sun. When you got this Volcano Malone, which is propaganda machine against the Hebrew Israelites, what he likes to call the black Hebrew Israelites, which is, we all know is a total lie. There's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite, because we are different shades of brown. We come from all nations. We come from, all nations under the sun. You have the brothers of different, various degrees of skin tone in these camps, but the Spirit reveals that we are Israelites. But persecution is part of it, man. Persecution is part of it. With that, I'm getting Hebrews, I think it's 11:30. Shalak. This is Hebrews 11. I think it's 30. Let's see what it says. This is speaking about the heroes of faith, so to speak, man. And if you notice one thing about the chapter, about this chapter, which they call the heroes of faith, you notice that these men all went through trial. They all went through trial. They all went through difficulty. And it says, I'm gonna just jump down to it. It says, I'll jump to 36. And others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover of bonds and imprisonment. So it just tells you it tells you what the road is, man. It tells you what the situation is. It tells you the conditions of the battle, so to speak. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy, they wanted deserts and mountains and dens and caves of earth. And these all having obtained a good report through faith, received the promise. Because they died, but they're gonna receive the promise, man, because they're reincarnated once again, and they are the elect, and they're gonna receive that promise. Yahweh had provided some better things for us that they, without us, should not be made perfect. So the point was this, man. Going through 36, and others had trials, cruel mockers, and scourgings, and more with the bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, they were tempted, they were slain with sword, they wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. Why? Because they were those men that were chosen to suffer those things for the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And most high willing we be those men, but you gotta understand that this is all part of it, man. This is a major part of it. So I'm gonna get 2 Corinthians 11:24, close it out. I'm gonna make the lesson too long. 2 Corinthians 11:24, and it says, this is Paul speaking of his persecution. So I'm gonna start at verse 23. It says, they ministers Yahushai speak the fool, I am more, and labor is more abundant, and strikes above measure, and prison more frequent, and deaths off. So he telling you that he suffered a lot of things for the name of Yahushai, man. The Jews 5 times received that 40 stripes, say one. Thrice was beaten with rods, once was stoned, thrice suffered shipwreck, and night and day have I been in the deep, and journeys often, in perils of waters, and perils of robbers, and perils by my own countrymen, and perils, so dangers by the heathen, and perils in the city, perils in the wilderness, perils at sea, and perils among false brethren, and weariness, and painfulness, and watchings often, and hunger and thirsting, and fastings often, and cold and nakedness. Besides those things that was out, that which comes upon me daily, the care of all the churches, who was weak, and I am not weak, was offended, and I burn not. So if must be glory, I will glory the things which concern mine infirmities. So this is telling you all the persecution that Paul went through, for the namesake Yahushua, because even in the book of Acts it says he must suffer many things for my namesake. I'm gonna get that real quick. And this is Yahushua speaking about Paul. The Lord said unto him, go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. If I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. So he was called for a suffering. He was called for persecution. He was told to do a work, and with that, there is a suffering. And in this truth, when you're called, there is a suffering. There's a hell that we all go through as being men. This truth. That's why we said that's why the scripture says and your hardness as a good soldier, because it's only for the soldiers, man. It's only for the men willing to fight the war, willing to endure the hardness, willing to endure the difficulty, to complete the mission. But with that being said, just a few quick scriptures to meditate upon. With that being said, most I wouldn't hope the lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Kahala Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But let's keep on pushing. Shalom.